I'm going to hit record, and we have a couple more people jumping on. Hopefully our guest speaker will be on a second. We just touched base. I think that's Jamie that just jumped in. Can you resend it, please? Hold on. The link.
Yep, Jamie's here.
Hey, Jamie. Hold on, guys, because I need to resend this link to our speaker. Like, I literally did this for like 2 years and it was always smooth. I'm like, why is it happening? I don't know why. Okay, so I'm going to test it to click on it on my phone to see if it works. And it does. So let me see if I jump on from my phone. And there I am. It works. Okay, cancel. I'm on twice. Okay, now I'm off. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start. I wanna welcome everybody to the call. It looks like some people were having technical issues. When we have technical issues, there's always the option to dial in, but it should work. When I clicked on it, it said it was a bad gateway, but then there was an arrow when I just clicked the arrow and went in the gate, and then I was here. So I don't know why that's happening, but hopefully everybody will get on here in a second. But welcome to the call. Happy Thursday. And I'm going to start with some recognition. We're going to start with volume, and then I'm going to go over volume really quick in a second before Lisa gets on. But we have, oh, there she is. Yay. Okay. So, hey, Lisa.
Hey, I went ahead and just typed it in manually. Sorry about that. The link wasn't working.
No,
Good to see everybody.
That's okay, because we had a couple other people that were having a hard time, and then I tested it on my phone. It's been real touchy lately. So if anything, we would have made a new one and just done it again. So, all right, guys. Yay, I'm so happy you're on here. I'm going over some volume really quick, and then we will start. So right now we have Craig Schmidt with 427 week leg volume. My husband with 567, who is downstairs, not contributing. I always think he has an amazing job, but he has a spot in this business. So I'm like, man, Tim, like, how was your coaching week this week? And he's like, I don't even know my password. And then we have Martha Katz. Really good job, Martha, Michelle's mom. It's like our spouses and moms are killing it. And then we have Carrie Steelman Smith with 986. Myself in the First Business Center with 1995. First Business Center was 750. And then the new rank just came out, and there's 450,000 coaches with Beachbody. And our team, and there's a lot of us missing right now, but I'm sure they'll catch the recording. We are ranked right now 210 out of 450,000 Beachbody coaches. So that is absolutely amazing. So pat yourself on the back. We are a very new team, 2 years in. Some of you guys that are killing it, that are new emeralds, diamonds that are popping, you guys have been doing this for about a year. It took me 6 months to sell a challenge pack and figure out what I was doing. So you guys are way ahead of the game. So major shout out to you guys. Let's see. We have Suzanne, who had a little surgery this week and still showed up, which was amazing, doing everything that she could do for lower body, which was awesome, and hit the rank of emerald. So everybody give her a big round of applause. And then I'm sure you saw a Second Business Center hit diamond for myself. And then next week, 3-star. And then after that, by Summit, we should be an elite team, which is super exciting. So I know that there is so much going on online, and there's so many posts and so much coming at you. But before I turn it over to Lisa, you know, we guys, we have such an amazing vibe going in this team, on this team. And we have people are getting on. I'm trying to multitask and mute them at the same time. Okay. Hey, Melanie. She's trying to go ghost. She can't figure it out. Let me mute your camera. Stop video. I'll just do it for you. Okay. So I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Sorry, I just had a brain fart because I saw her and she kept messaging me like, how do I turn off the video? Oh yeah. So if you were to simplify this business, I know there's so much going at you guys and everybody's freaking out all the time like, oh, this group and there's so much to do. You got to remember the 4 vital behaviors. You know, obviously working out, drinking your shakes daily, but you don't always have to share that on Facebook. And when I came across Lisa, just to give an introduction of Lisa Carpenter, I was very intrigued by her because when I followed Lisa, Lisa was the girl I wanted to be because I had no idea what Lisa was selling, but she sold me. And I actually I'm buying stuff from her and I didn't even know what it was and I just bought it. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, sure. Like, and I'm not like that. Like, I'm pretty much like, give me the details. Like, what is this all about? And I have to hunt you. And I'm like, I had no idea. And her, why do you go over data on your cell phone in these stories? And I started doing that. I started doing it a little bit, but I don't think a lot of people on our team were doing that. So I kind of felt like what was my point? And then when I started doing that, you're creating your audience, pulling in your viewers and using that attraction marketing. I was very intrigued by her. And I thought to myself, you know what? First of all, I cannot wait to have coffee with you, Lisa. And secondly, yeah, I'm so excited about that. And I'm so excited that she is a guest speaker on our call tonight. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Lisa and take it away.
Thank you, Marie. You're so sweet. And thank you. Guys, thank you so much for, letting me come in here and jump in on your call tonight because one thing I am super passionate about is helping other people, grow their business. I've learned from a lot of great people who have helped me. And then in turn, I've been able to help a lot of other people do the same thing. And, just a little bit of background about me. I've been a professional photographer now for, 8.5 years. Before that, it was corporate world. So network marketing was something that was actually new to me, starting just about 3 years ago. And I think it was shortly after I got into it, while I was very passionate about the products and I knew that they worked for me and I saw them work for so many people, the way going about it, it just didn't seem like it was a way that was going to long-term grow the business. It wasn't something that was going to be duplicable for a lot of people. And I was like, oh, there's got to be a better way. And I think the intentions are always real for people when they're telling you, hey, here's how you grow your business and here's how to start, and just share away on Facebook and people are going to start coming your way. And nothing upset me more than when I would bring somebody on and they kind of had this feeling of, well, I did all that and I kind of feel like now I'm just irritating a whole lot of people. So I had to condense the story. About a year ago, I realized, knowing that there had to be a better way. I've seen some other people start to really grow their businesses and pretty rapidly. I decided to work with some very just amazing coaches. Did personal coaching. I did some mentoring. I read a lot of things. I mean, basically I just immersed myself much like I did in my photography business. And I really started to hone in on what was bringing people in, and that's attraction marketing. Because, I don't know about you guys, but when you're on Facebook, I mean, the whole point is to connect with people and to feel real about wanting to grow your business, because I'm sure you're all in this because you love your products and you love your business and you want to help people feel great, look great, and also potentially even start their own business so that they can provide for their families. And so in order to be able to do that, we have to find a way to not be, I guess for lack of a better way to say it, very spammy. And so that's kind of how this whole thing came about. I would say over the course of several years, I've taught some workshops on social media because it is a love of mine. And I realize the power of it. And if you guys get that power of social media and you can really harness it to brand who you are as a person, then you guys are just going to soar with your businesses in ways that you guys really can't imagine. And so I think honestly, 3-4 years ago, you probably saw, if you guys were ever even watching people grow their business through network marketing, probably saw people go on and just post like mad about their product and their opportunity. Join my team. Here's my product. Bam, 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 just all day long. Yeah, right. And I think they were able to really grow their business that way. And for some reason, in a short 3 years, it has changed dramatically. I think people have always never wanted to feel like they're being sold to. They really want to know that you have their best interest at heart. And so the best way to do that is to reel them in and to provide value to them. And so I guess what we ought to think about is that we're in the place of we're sharing our business and our products, and we're not selling. And I think when you start to approach your business that way, that's when things really start to grow. And you guys, when I started to do this, I felt like I could scream it from the rooftops. I'm like, everybody needs to do this because it works. And what's neat about it, it works in a way that is very authentic. It feels very real. It's fun. It's exciting because honestly, I just recently started to go in a process of switching companies. And, but either way, with both companies, when I started to do more of this, I was looking forward to posting, and I wasn't looking from like, oh geez, I got to post this. And I'm sure I'm going to probably lose 3 or 4 friends today. And so what I started to realize was that people started to message me, and then I was like, okay, so this really and truthfully is working. And so a lot of companies, when they're telling you how to go about growing your business, I don't think they mean to set you up for failure. I just think there's a lot of times where they just maybe don't know any different, or that maybe sometimes it's maybe a little bit more difficult to train, but it's actually very easy to do. So I'm going to go over some key points really quick, and then I'm going to give you a few pointers of things that are really starting to change for me. The biggest thing is that you kind of have to, I shouldn't say kind of, you need to know your target market. So are you going after the stay-at-home mom? Are you going after the single mom? Are you going after 20-year-olds? Are you going after 30, 40-year-olds? Are you going just after women who are trying to build their business? Because if you're trying to appeal to every single person, the voice that you're projecting is basically not going to resonate with people, everybody. So if we're trying to be, liked and friended by everybody, that's not going to work. And that's why brands have a very specific target market. And I remember when someone told me, I'm like, I don't know what my target market is. I want everybody to have my stuff because I love it, But there really is a lot of, think about when you're trying to narrow down your target market, think of who it is that is consistently commenting and liking, and who, when they write back, or when you're talking with somebody and it's like, oh my gosh, I really wish I could just have a few, extra $500 at the end of the month, or I wish I was feeling better. Think about those people that are interacting with you. Start to really hone in on who your target is going to be and who you're going after. Okay, the whole thing, this is the second part. When people are telling you, know your why, I don't know if anybody in here has ever been like, oh my gosh, if I hear any more times about know your why, they're, like me, I was like, but I don't know why I need to know my why. What it does is it helps to start the attraction marketing purposes. It starts to basically, when you're growing your business and you're realizing the benefits of what you're doing, and you're addressing your own pain points of what you're trying to solve, whether it is you want to feel better, whether you want to help somebody put their kid through school, or pay extra bills, or whatever it is, or just have the freedom to be at home with your kids, they'll start to really narrow what your why is, so that when you start to share things on Facebook, you're starting to address those pain points of what other people are wanting to do as well. So again, think about it. If you are addressing a person's pain point versus just posting your product, I promise you're going to get a lot more engagement that way, because again, people want to know that you really care, that they're not being sold. So the biggest thing you want to do is you want to create curiosity. You do not want to raise resistance in your posts. You need to start a conversation. So I'm going to give you a perfect example. The other day, I posted my product. I did not post anything that showed the branding. I showed no name of it. I literally just showed what it looked like in the glass. And I talked about the benefit of what got me excited about it. And I I just shared it. I was just like, oh my gosh, today's one of those days where I totally need that extra oomph, and this is my jam, or whatever. Make it fun when you're posting. Speak, because if you try to copy and paste somebody else, and I know copy and paste, look guys, I did it myself. I did all the wrong stuff initially. I did a lot of copying and pasting. But when you're doing that, people are kind of recognizing that's not, Suzanne, that's not Keegan, that's not whomever. You want to sound like it's you speaking to them. So if you are like totally like chill or whatever, you're more formal, speak that way. Because that's where people are really going to start resonating with you. And again, you really want people to be curious. So, okay, for another example, create curiosity. Let's say you're in the carpool line with your kids, or you're waiting or something, and your kid gets in the car and you're still waiting forever. Snap a fun little selfie with you and then your kid in the back seat, and be like, perks of working from home, and leave it at that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because again, there's all these reasons of what you're doing by sharing your business and your products and the benefits of that is going to start creating that conversation that you're going to then be able to take it offline. And the other thing, you guys, and I know this sounds obvious, but this is something that I cannot emphasize enough. And I really had to force myself, because there were days, quite frankly, I either didn't want to post sometimes, I didn't want to go live, I didn't want to do whatever, but whatever you do with whatever frequency, you guys have got to be consistent. Because even if people are not liking or not commenting, I promise they're watching. And so if you all of a sudden, let's say you just get really frustrated, you're like, you know what, no one's even liking my stuff, no one cares, no one's doing whatever, I'm just not even going to do it anymore. Then if you don't show up for another week, when you come back and you post, they're just going to go, okay, well, she clearly is not that serious about her business. Therefore, I don't know if I would want to go and do business with that person. So the reason for being consistent is because even if you're not getting likes and you're not getting comments, guys, I can promise you more than anything, people are watching what you're doing. And if you lose some friends in the process, that's okay, because you're not going to, for whatever reason, that person is not going to either be your customer or your business partner. So it's totally okay. Don't take offense to losing some, quote, Facebook friends. The other thing that I want to tell you guys is to provide value. Always do something that keeps people coming back. So the key to this is to listen to what people are doing. Since you guys are health and wellness and fitness, listen to what people want to learn more about and share something. Pinterest is an excellent, excellent resource. When you're providing value, it does not need to be Beachbody. It can be anything that is health, wellness, fitness, whatever you're doing. You can be like, do you know the benefits of, or how to burn an extra 100 calories drying your hair? Do squats or something. And when people like and comment, this is your opportunity to take the conversation offline. Because again, people are going to start coming back to your page because they're going to be like, hey man, Angel, she gave me some really good tips on how to make a great smoothie, or how to, do food prep for the week, or how I can, get an extra 100 calories burned in my day. Again, it's not sharing your exact product, but it's going to bring them back to that. So that's a big thing, because people people do not join a business, they join you. And so the quicker that you can brand yourself, the more you're going to find that your business is going to take off in ways that you'll never imagine. And for me, as soon as I did that, it literally went to a completely different level. Before, I think people that knew me, they trusted me. I built relationships, and they connected with me on some way, shape, or form. But my business wasn't taking off like what I thought it should be until I started doing what felt real, what felt authentic, and when people started to feel like I cared more about them than about my bottom dollar. And that is, again, that is really and truthfully when you can provide value on an ongoing basis. Not only that, you're going to get people that are going to share your post. And that's even better, is that when people then will not only be attracted to you, but then they're going to start going, oh my gosh, check out what, Megan shared today. She shared a really great food recipe, or she was excited because she got to go on a vacation with her kids and her family, because guess what? Her business allowed her to do that and able to afford it. Hashtags are your friends for some things like that, especially like if you want to maybe not be so direct. Like, let's say you're on vacation with your kids, take a day trip, go do something fun, and your business paid for that for the day. You were able to afford that because of your business. Hashtag perks of working from home. Thanks, perks of small business from home or whatever. Again, it doesn't have to say the name of your business for people to then go, I want some of that. I want to know what that is. I want to know how I can bring that into my life because it's making them happy. Okay, so if you're wondering, okay, so what in the heck do I talk about on a regular basis? The biggest thing is you kind of share what you're learning in the process. Think about all the things that you want to learn or you want to know as you're growing your business. Think about all those questions. You're like, well, how did they do that? How are they able to manage their life at home with their kids when they're trying to run their business? And how are they doing that and keeping everybody happy and not everybody freaking out? Think about all those little things, you guys. Those are topics to start sharing. And once you start doing this, it becomes easy. It sounds like it's a lot of work. I guess any of our businesses are work, but it's more fun. It's more authentic. It gets you excited. And pretty soon your brain's just going to start going, oh my gosh, okay, now I've got this other thing that I can share with people and help them come in. Amazon bestseller list. So if you were to go to Amazon.com and you were to search like health and wellness, look at the books that are the biggest thing. Look at network marketing, look at stay-at-home moms, look at all these things, and you're going to see topics. Flip to the back because they always have like the preview, and look at the topics that they have and look at the things that people are excited about. They make the bestseller list for a reason because these are things that people want to know more about. Be a reason why people are coming to your Facebook page. Maybe like, health and wellness on a budget. Not everybody's got a ton of money to spend on a budget. I remember for a long time, I shared some really quick workout tips at home. That doesn't mean that's taking away from what you guys have to offer. That just shows that you're providing even more value. And pretty soon they're just like, okay, wow. So what is it that you have that can help me too? Shaker bottles. Do like a really fun, like let's say you go to a sporting goods store, or say you found something on Amazon and you got a shaker bottle because you guys have the shake and you want to take it on the go with you to work. Do a fun little selfie with it and be like, best way to take my shake on the go. Again, those are things that are going to create people to do likes and comments. And this is where, again, you're going to take that conversation offline. Okay, so a few kind of do's and don'ts of ways to continue to keep attracting people. The one thing you don't want to do on your page is do a whole lot of, unless it's a major advancement in your business, you don't want to be too overly like, hey, look at all these extra bonuses I got today, and look at this fancy car I got because of this, because then pretty soon when people start to realize that you're promoting your business, for some people it may come across as though, are you doing this for you, or are you doing this because you really care about me, kind of thing. So be a little bit aware of when you share stuff like that, on your page. The other thing too is that I always get asked a lot, business page or personal page. Quite frankly, everything I've ever learned and everything through all my mentors have taught me and everything that I've continued to do, and it works, use your personal profile. I think it's our natural kind of thought process to think, I need a business page, because no one wants to hear my crap on my personal page. You're so wrong. Because, and I don't mean you, I mean like I even thought the same thing, is because I think it's a natural thing for us to kind of hide behind our business a little bit and go, I'm just going to put it on a personal page or business page. And if somebody likes it, that's great. That means they're really interested. But the way Facebook works and their algorithms, you guys, it will not give you any exposure whatsoever unless you're willing to pay a lot of money. And that's just how Facebook works. They really are forcing people that are using the business pages only to get exposure if they are going to pay. If not, then you better have one jam up way to bring people over there, because it's going to be really hard to get traction. So what I do is I just go ahead and make anything that's about, I pretty much make my entire page public. I mean, even my own personal lifestyle stuff I do, because I don't really share things on there that for the most part I think need to be all that private. If you are sharing something about your kids and you're worried, go ahead and make that one just for your friends only, and that's totally fine. But you really want people to find you on the internet. You want them to be able to see you. If someone shares your post, no one's going to see it unless it's public. So make sure that you guys are using your personal page, going ahead and growing it that way. But do more of, again, on your personal page, don't blast Beachbody. Because here's the reason why, and this was something when I learned it, I was like, dude, that makes so much sense. And I did the same initially. But I also did exactly what people are doing when they see that. So when I saw somebody that had like a business, whether it was Beachbody or whether it was Isogenics, whatever it was, whenever I figured out what it was, and I was still learning about them, I went and Googled it. So when somebody Googles it, it gives them an opportunity to hear a bad review. I don't care what product, what business, what service, there is going to be a bad review on everything out there. And everybody's going to have an opinion. And so you don't want to give somebody the opportunity to reject it before they can move forward, because they've found out what you're doing and then they're just like, okay, well, never mind. I already know what she's going to kind of be doing. Don't worry if you've already been doing that. It's totally fine, because when I changed it, I thought, oh my gosh, now I have to go back and change my entire page. I went and removed a few pictures that were a little bit kind of spammy looking, but I did not need to just recreate my page. Basically, I just started to move forward, okay? And so don't freak out and think, oh my gosh, now I'm going to have to like create all this extra work. You really don't need to do that. The other thing, and I don't know if this is something you guys do, but I know that there are some companies out there that add people to Facebook pages like mad without even asking. You will find people that will, unfortunately, it gives network marketing a bad name, because I think that people will just assume 1,200 people to my page or my private group, somebody's going to buy from me. And at times I will look and I'll see that I've been added to 20 new groups in a day, and it's so frustrating. So be careful about that as well. The 10-4-1 method is what I try to go by. So think about in your week, 15 posts in a week. And it doesn't mean that you have to do exactly that. But basically that kind of narrows it down to about 2 posts a day. 10 of those posts, make it more lifestyle. Make it something that shows who you are, what you do on an ongoing basis, something that has you in it, your kids out the park, or you're in the car sitting at a stoplight, you're just like, oh, something, or, you're working out, something that shows who you are, so people start to know, like, and trust you. Because again, people do business with who they know, like, and trust. 4 of those posts do a very nonchalant post about your product and your business. So something that starts to pull people in, and that was what I did with that one I was telling you about, where I shared a product of ours in a glass, and I just said, oh my gosh, you guys, this is the best thing ever. It's given me so much energy. And it got people going, okay, what exactly is that? Or something about my skin or something like that. That's your nonchalant business or product. And then one day a week, go ahead and just put it out there. Just say, I have something really great that you're going to love. Because I'll tell you why that works. When you start to get that rolling and you start to grow your business and you start to keep people with you and you attract them, they're not going to be upset if you do a business post or a product post. If anything, they're going to go, oh, okay, well, you know what? She recommends it. It must be great. Or, hey, it's working for her in her life. I need to join her team. So when you do that, when you kind of start to think of that whole method and you're running through your days like that, it basically is a way that I guess for lack of a better way to say it, it gives you the right to be able to share your business and product without people just going, oh my gosh, here comes another post today about something I have to have. The other thing is, you guys have fun and create a party on your page. The more engagement you can create on your page, something, let's say like the other day I did, I'm trying to think of Oh, okay. One, and this was legit, but I did put it up there for a reason. I'm like, you guys, how in the heck do I stop hiccups? I've had, I think, 48 or 49 comments on there. And again, let me tell you why that is. Because when you post something like that, that's just kind of out there, or let's say, hey guys, any suggestions on kids, shoes or I don't know, something, you're going to get people that normally wouldn't like and comment on your other stuff, and they're going to comment on this. Therefore, it starts to put your face back in their feed again. And that's really what you want to start happening. And then the last thing that I will tell you, there's two things that are key. And I can tell you, if you're scared to do it, rip the Band-Aid off and do it, because it will make all the difference in the world for two things. Facebook Live and Facebook Voice Messenger changed my business almost overnight. Absolutely almost overnight. I was scared to death. I actually, and I've spoken to people on stage. I've done various things, and I still, when I came live, I was just like, oh my God, what do I say? Oh my God, what am I going to? And I freaked out. I remember sitting in a parking lot because I didn't have privacy in my house at the time. So I went and sat in a parking lot, and I sat there and I talked to myself for about 30 minutes. And finally I just said, would you just hit the stupid live button and just do it already? And then once I started to do that, I got more comfortable. And then next thing you know, people are starting to expect me going live. And Facebook is giving total preference to people that are going live. That's how their algorithm is working. They want people to use it. If you are going to do it, I promise you're going to get a lot more engagement on your page. But one last thing I'm going to leave you with. The other thing that really helped me with growing my business and really helping people engage with me more, somebody likes your post, somebody comments on your post, go back to Facebook Voice Messenger and send them a voice message. And you don't even need to sell them on anything. Hey girl, thanks so much for commenting on my page today. Or if they say, oh, what are you doing? They're already saying, hey, I want info. And so that's where you can share the opportunity or the product that you have. In my business, what I do is I have a group that I go ahead and add them into a group, and I tag them in something they can see. I let that do the talking for them, because that way it removes me. If I'm having a bad day or I forget my words, it allows that to do the speaking for them. If you guys have never used Facebook Voice Message, just and I'm sure you guys have, but just in case you don't, when you go into your Messenger app, right there, when you want to go and message somebody, let's just say I'm going to send it to myself, which is really silly. Down here, you're going to see the little icon that has the microphone. Hit the microphone. I've had some people that are like, I'm doing it, but nothing is happening. Up is going to pop a red button. When you hit that red button, you have to hold your thumb on it and hold it down while you speak. You have a minute to talk. If you go over a minute, then just go ahead and lift up your thumb and let it send on through and send another one. People want to hear your voice. They want to connect with you. And so if you are stumbling over your words while you're holding it down, just swipe your thumb and it'll erase it. It won't send. So those are things that really get you guys being a person and not just a kind of a business, a product somebody's selling. And I promise you, it will change your business really, really quickly. It's been a lot of fun growing this way. And it takes a little bit of work initially to kind of understand it, but once you do, it'll become really second nature. So I hope that helped a good bit. I know that's a ton of information, but it, like I said, it has absolutely made a wealth of difference in my business. Oops. Hey, Marie, is your time about ready to run out?
No, we're good. I actually thought I upgraded my account earlier, and when you were finishing up there, I was like putting in my credit card information like a wizard. And now you went mute. Sorry, there you are.
That's awesome. Do you guys have any questions for me at all? Anything I can answer?
Well, I would like to talk about some key points that you shared that I absolutely loved. I remember when I first started doing this, and I would walk into a room, say I went to one of my children's like birthday parties, and I would look around the room and I would see about 6 people that I tried to sell to, and you could see their body language like turn. And one of those quotes that you always say, you put up, you don't want to put up walls. What is it that you say? You want to put up, you don't want to put up walls. You want to like accept people. So if you're selling, like you're putting up walls. And
yeah.
What is that? There's some like quote you use or whatever that you.
Well, the big thing is that you don't want to raise resistance in people.
That's what I was doing.
You want to create that curiosity, because the moment that you raise resistance, they're going to go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're going to act funny. You're going to feel funny. It's going to be awkward. And you're just, it kind of then becomes it becomes an uncomfortable situation.
Definitely. And like the whole part about that, and how many, you got to post something. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, guys, don't do it. Like there's so many people on this call that have said, you know what, like I really want to grow my business, but like selling or posting about shakes in my workouts makes me feel uncomfortable. It should make you feel uncomfortable. Don't do it. Like be you,
Mm-hmm.
And I like literally have just started doing that, like really just being me and just talking about whatever. And my business has gone through the roof in the past few months from, following Lisa, following some of these people that really get network marketing. And it's been a huge game changer. I don't know if everyone on this call, Carrie Steelman is one of our awesome coaches that is on this call, and she does an amazing job doing that. So you guys might want to also check out her like page and personal page. So I do have one quick question. So I feel like, if you don't understand how not talking about Beachbody and talking about you is going to grow your business, how do you tie what's going on your Facebook wall to like carrying over into the behind the scenes sales aspect of your business? Like how do you merge them? How do you bridge that gap and merge them together?
Well, you guys do challenge groups, is that right? Do you kind of all do your own like individual challenge?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Okay. How do you guys typically run your challenge groups? Do you kind of do like a 21-day fix kind of thing, or what?
We used to, and now we're doing our group that we're doing right now, we have something, our 21-day fix group, we call it the Now or Never group. But it's 60 days and we do workouts, but we also read a personal development book. We are, encompassing a lot of different things besides just obviously working out and like what food goes in what container. We don't really even talk about that in the challenge. We've really changed that.
Okay. Well, the reason that I say that is because there's a couple different ways for you guys to bring people to what you have. Again, if people are liking and commenting about something where you're saying, oh my gosh, I have so much energy, this thing right here gets me through my day. And again, speak using your voice. If somebody likes or comments on that, that's an opportunity for you to message that person. Now, the one thing that you don't want to do then is to then go offline on Facebook Voice Messenger and just instantly, hey, by the way, here's my link and buy now. And you can get, blank, blank, blank if you buy this by the end of the month. Because as soon as you do that, then it's just, they're going to go, okay, whoa, never mind. I'm sorry I asked. What I do is if I, like right now, like for our challenge group, we'll go ahead and just say, for like a direct post, like, oh my gosh, you guys, can you believe it? It is getting warm out. And before we know it, I'm going to be in shorts. And I am so thankful for this group. People that like or comment, I message them, hey, you know what? Oh my gosh, can you believe summer's almost here? Are you like ready for it? Wait for them to write back. Don't be so anxious to bite and go, oh my gosh, I need that sale. When they write back, they're like, what are you doing? Oh, you know what? I'm going to add you in a group and I'm just going to tag you in something you should see. Like for us, we've got like a welcome, like a video or something that explains what that is. You guys might have photos or something, or a pinned post.
That's what you did with me too. Like when I was like, what's
exactly. You were added into the group. You saw the pinned post. What?
That's what you did with me. And I was like, that's awesome.
It's so much fun to do that because again, people see there's a community going on. People see that there's support. People see there's excitement. And what that does, it already tells that person, if you don't want to participate, I think you were in the bios, and I'm not sure if you were in the challenge one, but the collagen product, but that gives a person an opportunity to say no. Because when they feel that, they're going to be way more open to hearing what you have to offer than you might realize. So, especially because you're doing something because you believe in your product and your business, right? Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be sharing it or doing it yourself. I love to share what I do, and I love to scream it from the rooftops only because I know that it's going to help other people. So what you want to do is then, don't initially just send them a link and send them the product information unless somebody says, what the heck is that product? I need it now. You message them and you're just like, oh, are you in the shake, or are you interested in the workout, or I'd love to chat with you. And then if she messages back and forth, that gives you the opportunity to go ahead and move into that. If you do something, let's say that's your one post a week that is really honing in on your opportunity of having your business from home. Maybe that one day, if you do a live video or you do a post, maybe you're not ready to go live, but maybe you do a post that just says, I would never in a million years know the blessings that I have because I'm able to add to my family's income. And now we get to, go to Disney World. You can say something like, wouldn't you just love that if you had that opportunity? Or excited if there was a way for you to be able to do that. Something that creates them answering or liking. That's at that point is when you then message them and just say, hey, you know what? I would love to share what I do with you. Just give me I would love to just hop on a quick phone call. Don't make it formal. Don't sound scripty. Truly share from your heart that you've got something that you know that you can help that person with. And it sounds like it's a lot of work. You guys, it's not when it's a real thing. When it really feels authentic, you're going to be so excited. That 3 hours you might spend one day working your business is not going to seem like the 3 hours if you're just scripting and copying and pasting, messaging people that you're always getting no's from. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother kind of feeling because people are coming to you and they're responding to you differently. People don't mind being added to a group or being sent information if they really know that you care and that they know it's okay if they just want to say no. And that will truly, if you change that portion of it and you create curiosity by maybe, providing value on anything that your audience might have interest in, it will change your business. It is the most amazing thing. It definitely is doing it for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Does anybody else have a question? Michelle, did you have a question?
Yeah, can I ask a follow-up to that? And Lisa, thank you so much. This has been really, really helpful. This has been great.
Oh, thank you.
So if somebody actually asks you on your page, on a post, like, what is that shake or what is this, cleanse that you just did or whatever, how do you deal with that? Do you respond to that on the post? Do you immediately take it into a private message, or what do you do?
Yep. I don't answer it online because, again, you know what that's going to do? That's going to prevent that next person from asking that question, which you don't want. So what you're going to do is
private message you for, like, do you say that?
You're just like, hey girl, you know what? I'll send you a message real quick. Make it so that, again, it sounds as though you're talking to them in person. And just basically like, oh, hey, you know what? I'll send it over to you real quick. You know what I mean? Something that basically lets them know, check your message. But it also doesn't let the other person that might below it go, well, I want to know what that is. Can you share that with me? And when you do that, when you start to do this on a regular basis, and you're mixing it up with the various kinds of posts that you're doing, people are not going to be like, oh man, I'm afraid to ask, she's going to come bombard me. It's not that at all. People will then start to go, oh man, she's sharing tips on this. Feel free to share a lot of just generic tips, all surrounding your business, your product, health and fitness, all the things that you're passionate about, so that when you do have something like that where they're like, what do you have? They're going to go, oh man, Michelle must know what she's talking about because she looks good and she is like, she has energy, and you know what I mean? They're going to want to hear from you. And so, yeah, I don't put my links on my page. I don't do any of that.
Thank you.
And made a wealth of difference.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I guess, does anyone, sorry, I kept getting up. We have a 6-year-old that decided to start puking a second ago. So we're like multitasking mama over here.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, but,
well,
does
the
anyone
perks of a home business, honey.
I know, it's like home business. I'm like, puker, challenge pack, workout. Yeah, she's in there. So does anyone else have a question? We got it under control now, guys. Nobody freak out.
Can I ask another question, actually?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I've looked back on a few people that I messaged like a number of months ago when I was newer to this, and some of the messages feel a little spammy, and like they didn't get back to me, or it didn't, go all that well. Like, so I haven't been sure how to deal with that now. Like, do I apologize to them for doing that? Do I just kind of pick it right back up again? Like, do I never contact them again? What do I do?
Do not avoid that, because that's normal. We've all done the over spam, over the top, just kind of, you look back and you go, oh, did I really send that? I mean, it literally sounds like, what we did. What we learned and what we knew, and what we knew was best at the time. We sent them a scripty message. And the one that killed me, you guys, the one that I did that I thought, oh my gosh, I knew when I hit send that it was wrong from my heart. I'm like, hey, I've been thinking about you. They're like, no, you haven't. They're like, you haven't been thinking about me. We haven't connected in forever. So definitely go back and message and just say, hey, you know what? Especially if it's somebody that you somewhat know, just be like, you know what? Let me tell you what, when I was starting my business, I was so excited. I just started sharing all kinds of crazy over the top spammy stuff, but I am dying to share this with you. Can I, do you mind if I, share, add you in my group, or can I share something with you? Or even just leave it at, hey, you know what? I'm going through and clearing out my messages. And I just wanted you to know that, oh my gosh, I was so excited when I started my business. I'm so sorry for just kind of sort of spamming you. They're going to respect you for that. And honestly, you'll never know. That might just create a conversation that will then lead into something. I've had that happen before. People love transparency and honesty. And when they feel that, they're going to trust you. And they're going to be willing to purchase from you, as opposed to somebody that just comes back and says, oh, hey, by the way, how come you didn't buy that product, kind of thing. So no, totally. We've all done it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was an awesome question, because I'm using Teamsy now, so it goes through all of your Facebook friends. So I'll see people I messaged 2 years ago, and I was like, hey girl, long time no talk. So like stuff like that. I was like, God, what did I do? No wonder she saw me in the grocery store and acted like she didn't know me.
Exactly.
It's so exactly. I was like, I thought we were okay. Never mind. Yeah,
I know. But you know what? Here's the thing. We all started somewhere. We've all kind of been, we all, started our business the way that we thought was best. And I just knew the reason I really threw myself into so much coaching and so many courses and stuff is, even though I understood social media and I taught it at workshops, I wanted to understand what was it that some people were able to really get people to come to them. It was like a magnet. And I just knew that I was struggling. I'm just like, this doesn't seem authentic. I've got something really awesome I want to share with people, and they need it in their hands, but every time I post, they're just like going, I really am tired of hearing what she's got to talk about. I want no part of it. And it could still be the best product in the world. But if you go about it in a way that doesn't feel authentic, you're going to come across weird. You know what I mean? You're even going to interact a little differently, and you're not going to have that confidence if you're coming across as spammy. You know what I mean? So that in and of itself, you're going to change how you interact with people just by changing how you start to post and share and reach out to people. Because if you feel like you're spammy, you're going to act like you're spammy, and it's just going to make the conversation awkward for people.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much for getting on. I know it's getting late and everybody has lots of nighttime things to do, but I have recorded this call. I will upload it to YouTube and then post it in our coach group. And thank you so much, Lisa, for taking time out of your night sharing with us. We are really focusing on a lot of attraction marketing, changing things up, reworking some of our beginning scripts and our website and so many different things right now. So I really appreciate you reinforcing what we're changing up and doing. It's been a great call. So if nobody else has any other questions, let's go ahead and I guess we could do what my girl Carrie does. We can send Lisa some hearts. So everybody give Lisa some hearts and love with a day.
Guys, thank you so much.
Bye, guys. Have a great night.
Really appreciate it, you guys. Thanks for having me tonight.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much.